backed by popular demand for the third time, Connie Podesta.
My number one most requested topic, and I work with all industries, doesn't make any difference, my number one most requested topic is life would be easy if it weren't for other people. How many of you agree with that one? How many of you right now have someone in your life driving you out of your ever-loving mind? If they disappeared off the face of the earth while you were at this session, your life would improve. How many of you live with that person? No matter what organization, association I go into, I say, here's a few things you need to know about me. Number one, we will always do comedy. Number two, we'll always do a little therapy. I think no matter what your topic is, whether it's customer service, whether it's change, whether it's sales, whether your company is going through big changes and reorganizations or they're solid as a rock, you and I need to understand the psychology behind human behavior. How many of you in here could use a little comedy? How many of you are sitting next to someone that could use a little therapy? Number three, here's what you're going to get from me. My whole background is reality therapy because I honestly believe this and I tell all my audiences, ladies and gentlemen, attitude is important. But the reality of life is this. There's going to be things in your life that you're going to want so bad. You're going to pray for them, and you're going to do all the little subliminal tapes, and you're going to put the pictures on the refrigerator, and you're going to have the attitude, and you're going to hire coaches, and you're going to have all the positive thoughts in the world, and what's going to happen? You're not going to get it. My goal is to teach audiences how to behave when we don't get what we want. My goal is how to teach audiences how to react when life isn't the way you had it planned. And how many of you right now are working for companies that things aren't going exactly the way you had them planned 2 or 3 years ago? And if we can bring a sense of character back into our places of business, still have fun, still laugh, understand one another, but understand that every single time we open our mouths, we have a choice to do the right thing, then you and I can all be successful. Thank you.
Now, you and I both know that the responsibility of organizing and running any event can be overwhelming. So how did I come to the conclusion that Connie Podesta was the right choice? I'm sure you'll agree that there are 7 important criteria when selecting a speaker, and Connie met them all. Number 1, Connie has a positive and lasting impact on her audience. Her goal is to affect some change in behavior or attitude as a result of her message.
They say that public speaking is the number 1 fear. Death 5, drowning 7. That means that you'd rather me come into your home in the middle of the night, hold your head underwater in the bathtub till you were dead than get up on this stage. But ladies and gentlemen, you are on this stage. Every moment you leave your home and go out into work or the community or your church or a grocery store, you are on this stage. And every child in the world, every customer in the world, every client in the world, they're all sitting in the audience and they're watching you. They're watching how you handle yourself. Character. It's not how you and I act when life is going the way we want it. That's a piece of cake. Character, ladies and gentlemen, is how you and I choose to behave when our life is so far from what we had planned that we can barely breathe. Character is how you and I choose to behave when we're sad, we're scared, we're disappointed, we're afraid, we're tired. Connie, you keep talking about choices. I don't think life is choices. No, we don't choose what happens to us. I give you that. But ladies and gentlemen, every moment we open our mouth, we have a choice of how to behave.
Number 2, Connie has the ability to give us information that we can put to use immediately in our personal and professional lives.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to now ask you the most important 2 questions in the world. You will never in your life be asked 2 questions more important than this. Question number 1. Every morning when you wake up and you take your shower and you eat your breakfast and you get dressed and you pick up your car keys and you drive to work, is this what you want to be doing with your life? Because I tell you what, I have been doing this for almost 25 years, and I am sick and tired of people griping about their job. I don't like my job. I hate what I do. How long have you worked there? 12 years. Well, who's stupid? Your company didn't send a van to pick you up. The first number 1 complaint from employees everywhere, every industry. You will not believe how hard we work. Connie, our company literally has us working from the moment we walk into that building until the moment we leave. Really? The number one complaint that employees have today is that they have to do what? Work. And they're complaining unpaid work time. The number two top complaint of employee, no matter where they're from, work just isn't fun anymore. Work was never supposed to be fun. That's why they're paying us money, because they knew we wouldn't like it. Now, should there not be moments of work that are fun? Sure. But most of work is what? It's work. It's hard, and it's stressful, and it's full of change, and that's the number three complaint. You won't believe how much we changed. Every time we turn around, it's a new computer system. Our buildings moved, our parking places moved. We have a new name. We don't even know who we report to anymore. Most of our ancestors got on a boat, right? They left their family, their language, their religion, their culture, and their friends. I'd call that a little change, right? I don't think they were having workshops aboard the boat. This is the Mayflower captain speaking. Please meet on Promenade Deck 2 for how to survive change in a new world. So the first question is this. Is this where you want to work, for an industry that you believe in? And do you have a passion about what you're doing? Do you feel you can make a difference? And if so, then let's wake up every morning and go to work and stop whining and moaning and crying and complaining and help each other out. And question number two. At the end of every day, when you turn off your computer and you say goodbye to your last client or customer or patient, and you pick up your car keys and you drive home and you make your second most important decision of the day, to go home, is this where you want to sleep at night? Because I will tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, how many of you are like me? How many of you at the end of the day are pretty tired? If your hand isn't up, you should be fired. Home better be the one place in the world that you feel better about yourself than any place possible. When the morning comes that you wake up and you can answer yes to both of these questions, you are indeed the richest person in the world.
Number three, Connie uses her humor as a vehicle to deliver important messages. Watch how Connie helps audiences understand the differences between men and women.